one of the icons of gospel. When you talk about the Nightingales, you talk about those guys who've been singing for all these years. We're happy to have with us Brother Horace Sug Thompson with us. How you doing, man?
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I'm doing just fine, and thank you for having me, man. It's a pleasure. I've been seeing and not having no contact with you directly, but I've been into your family for umpteen years, man. It's so much. It's a good pleasure.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm glad we caught up with each other. And
yes.
You know, one of the things we do know, my father and JoJo and the rest of them, you know, they had that relationship back during the day.
Yes.
But you guys are still singing. Tell us, how are the Nightingales doing?
The Nightingales we're doing great. But you know, since we didn't do a concert of the situation with the corona, with the COVID-19, and we just haven't did no concerts in like 4 or 5 months, you know, since March, to be exactly. But everybody's doing fine. Everybody's doing fine.
Well, and JoJo's doing good?
Yes, JoJo, in fact, coming up real soon, JoJo will be celebrating his 94th birthday coming up soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 94.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, you have to tell him, make sure you tell him we asked about him and we miss him.
I will.
And as soon as this virus is over, we're looking forward to having you guys come down here.
And I know that you've been into the ministry, but no one was giving me contact on you, you know, but we used to, I know your father, I mean, for many, many, many years. Yeah.
But one of the things we do know with the Nightingales, listen, you guys have some great videos out, and whenever we play a Nightingales video, you better know that the phones start ringing.
Oh, praise the Lord.
How much they enjoy the Nightingales.
Yes, yeah. God has been good, and we've been and we did a lot of traveling in recent years, and God has blessed us to travel in places that perhaps I never would have been able to have gone, and it's just a pleasure. It's an honor and a privilege to even be here today to even talk to you. And I tell you, we're grateful.
You guys are icons. How old is the Nightingales name and group?
Well, the Nightingales started. You're gonna be able to understand, relate to what I'm saying. But the Nightingales were organized in 1946.
Wow.
And there was two gospel icons that organized, that really formed the Nightingales, and two other, they're going to be with the Lord now. But Howard Carroll and Paul Owens organized the Nightingale, who went with the Swan Silvertone, and they were just the Nightingales when they were singing, and they brought in one of the, they call him one of the baddest gospel singers of all time. They brought in another guy, I can't think of his name, but the Reverend Julius Chicks, you remember him?
Yes, sir. Out of Washington, D.C.
Yeah, so he was with the Nightingales when they organized it. So they disbanded, and everybody left and went their separate ways. But Julius Chicks, but he stayed on in there, and a former member of the Dixie Hummingbirds, who was Barney Parks. You're probably too young to know him because he was the husband. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about when I tell you. He was the husband of Madam Edna Gorman Cook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes. So he came in and started managing the Nightingales, and they went and picked up Bill Woodruff and all them South Carolina guys. The June Cheek went and got Bill Woodruff. They went and got JoJo, and the group was originally based out of Spartanburg, South Carolina.
That's right up the road. Yeah.
Yeah, right up the road. Yeah, and they worked out of Spartanburg for a few years. And then when they really reorganized, they changed the name from the Nightingales to the Sensational Nightingales. So the rest is history. And
the rest is history. You're right.
The rest is history, yes. They went on from there, and John Cheeks stayed with them. And I came on the road with Edna Gorman Cook.
Okay, really?
Yeah. She, and in fact, you might be too young to know it, but she lived in Augusta, Georgia for a while. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
She had a hotel, a restaurant or something in Augusta. Ask some of the old timers and they can tell you. Yeah. I mean, you remember the Red Star?
Red Star, yeah.
Okay, so now
Mr. and Mrs. Bryant ran, yeah. Some friends I ran there, yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, boy,
Yeah,
if I look,
you going way back. Now, did you
eh,
wait
eh,
a minute? Now, did you get a chance to stay in the Red Star Hotel?
that's the only place I could basically stay in the Red Star. Man, Mr. Bryant, man, I look, I'm excited not talking to you because I know you can relate to what the historical events that I'm talking about. Man, we used to go down and stay there, and they used to everybody used to come there. That's where everybody came to eat.
That's right.
Downstairs, and they had the best steak and gravy on the face of the earth, man.
Yeah, you got it right. Yeah, that was Mr. and Mrs. Bryant
That's right.
that restaurant. Yeah.
I knew them very well. See, when I got with Edna Gorman Cook, we used to go to Augusta all the time. You know, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, sure did. We used to go there and go downstairs, upstairs, and the restaurant was downstairs. We used to come downstairs and eat, and there was one other little small hotel.
Right. And since we're talking about history like that, the fact of the matter is there wasn't a lot of other places for you guys
No,
to stay anyway.
that was one that's what I was saying. There was a hotel not too far, close to near the downtown area, and I'm very much familiar with Augusta because I was stationed there eventually when I got in the military. So, but we talking about that was two hotels we stayed in back when I started going to Augusta. That was a Red Star, and there was another little hotel, little rinky-dink hotel, not too far from there, and that's the only place we could stay. But
Yeah.
like I tell people, historically, when I came on the road, there weren't a whole lot of places you could eat or stay. And we used to stay. If we had a friend there, people invite us into their homes, and we would go there. And when you all would have these huge concerts, there was not enough rooms in the Red Star and the
That's
other
right.
hotel, so we would have to go to rooming houses. People had rooming houses, or they would invite us into their home to stay. But you know, God brought us from a long way.
We come a long way. You're
Yes,
right. We come.
Lord. Yes,
Now,
yes.
if you had to put Nightingales in some kind of category, what would you attribute the success of the Nightingales
Well,
to?
first of all, without God, we couldn't have made it this far. But most importantly, God instilled in us, not at the offset, but as time went on, we came into the knowledge of the real truth. And God placed in our minds and our hearts to understand the word. You know what I'm saying? The
I
word,
got you.
the word is the only thing that's going to stand. And I know you can relate to what I'm saying. And
I'm right. I'm right with you.
that word is the only thing that's going to stand, and it will never fail. And that's what it's taken us this far. By the grace,
Well, that's good.
by the
Now
grace of God.
you've done something. You've done something. You've kind of ventured out. You're doing some different things now. I understand you going out singing with some choirs in churches during this pandemic season.
Yes, I've been to a few churches and I go there, and in fact I'm going out this weekend. I'll go there. Sometimes they'll film me in church and I'll sing a couple of songs. A couple of times I went to sing with the choirs, but my family objected to it, because it was pretty dangerous. A lot of times they weren't wearing.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So now I go there and they take most of them have the technology. They just record me, and before the minister plays it, they'll have me singing a song. And yeah, and so I got my tracks and everything. I've been moving around pretty good.
Good. Well, listen, it's good to talk to you. I'm gonna just leave at this little interview right here. Can you just take a minute and encourage the folk in Augusta during this pandemic season? What song would you recommend from the Nightingales that can help get people through this season?
Okay, now I'm going to go on a limb and say this here. Not on a limb, but I'm just going to tell you that God has really revealed some things to me during this pandemic. We recorded a song. It didn't play on the radio that much, but I think it was pretty much way ahead of the time. But it fits right in what's happening in the world today. And I'm going to tell you a few of the words to it. There was a
Okay.
song we sung maybe about 30 or 40 years ago. We was on Peacock Records. You remember those Peacock Records?
Oh yes, yeah, I remember the name.
Yeah, we on the Peacock Records, and the word said there's a bad storm raging. It's raging through this land. And that's all this pandemic is, a bad storm that's coming through. And the word just said, people are dying, and while our loved ones standing
That's
by.
right.
Because they're caught up in the storm that's raging through this land. The time of sorrow is at hand. Oh man, I'm gonna try to do that when I come down
Yeah,
and sing for you.
you ready to shout us, right?
Yeah, oh
Listen,
yeah, man, yeah. I'm just so happy, and I'm so enthused to be. We'll pass tracks down through the years, but for some reason we never. I had met you a few times, but we never had no direct contact. And nobody, guys were coming through there seeing you, but they never did give me, And I understand that you pastor the church down in Waynesboro, that is.
Waynesboro, Georgia. That's right.
Yeah, and I heard about it, but nobody never did give me your contact. But I promise you this: when the Nightingales head back that way, we're gonna make arrangements to come down to your church, if that's all right with you.
I'm gonna hold you to that one.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna get it done. Yes, yes, yes. But God has been good, man. We traveled across the nations, went all through.
There you go.
Yeah, we've been all over. You heard about us. I know you did. But God has been His grace and mercy has brought us this far, and I know He's gonna lead us on.
Well, good, man. Well, it's good talking to you. Now that we got contact, we won't lose contact.
No, we'll never do that. I'll be in touch with you. And
okay.
Do one thing, just put us in your prayers, and that God will keep us in His will and in His way. And God bless you, and look forward to seeing you real soon. God bless you.
All right. Do the same for us.
God bless
Thank you, sir. All right.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
You ought to live so God can use you. God can use you. Live so God can use you. Anywhere. Anytime.